What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video. So today I'm going to try and teach you everything you need to know about sports photography in 3 minutes. Well, it might not be everything you need to know, but it's going to be some key skills that will jump your sports photography forward. Yes, there's still loads more to learn. Yes, you need to go and practice, but I reckon I can teach you some of the major points that will improve your sports photography loads in the next 3 minutes. Doesn't matter what you're photographing. It might just be your kids in a local football soccer game, but you will be a better sports photographer at the end of this video. I guarantee it. So before we get started guys, please take a second, go hit the like button on the video. It helps me out loads and it helps my channel. I appreciate you guys for doing it. Thank you very much. Please make sure you share this video. This video could be useful for anybody who's looking to take photographs of sports, whether it's family or different sports, doesn't make a difference. Make sure you go share it with your friends because it would be great for us to improve as many people's sports photography as we possibly can with this one video. Right, we're going to try and do this in 3 minutes. Let's get the 3 minutes on the clock and let's go. Point number one for sports photography, make sure you're using a really fast shutter speed. You need a fast shutter speed because that will freeze the action of whatever it is you're photographing. Whether it's a leg or an arm moving, a basketball flying through the air, a football being kicked along the ground, if you use a fast shutter speed, it will freeze the action. By fast shutter speed, I'm talking about 1/1000th of a second. If you're experienced with your camera and you know how to shoot in manual mode, great. Go set that up with 1/1000th of a second. If you're not too sure how to do that, don't worry. Switch your camera into shutter priority mode or TV mode if you guys are using Canon. Go set up that mode, set it to 1/1000th of a second, and your camera will do the rest to get the exposure right for you. Once you get that shutter speed dialed in like that, it's going to freeze the action in your images and your sports photography images will improve massively. So the second thing that we are going to look at is about trying to bring you in close to the action. That's why you see sports photographers out there with those massive long lenses. But if you don't have one of those, don't worry. Most DSLRs now have perfect capabilities for cropping an image down. If you take a photo and you don't feel like you're quite in there close enough, use whatever editing software you've got and crop that image in a little bit closer. Yes, you might get slightly more noise in the image. Yes, it might look as clean as the big picture that you had originally, but it's going to look better if you get zoomed into that action and you make it a little bit closer. The closer you get to the action, the more powerful it looks, the more action there is in your image, and that is going to improve your sports photography loads. The third thing to improve your sports photography is think about how you are framing your image. Quite often in sports, you have got players moving from one direction to the other. They might be coming towards you slightly, they might be moving left or right. But when you're thinking about your composition, make sure you give those people somewhere to move. If you set up an image and somebody's running from left to right and you've got them squeezed right up against that right hand side frame, it makes the image look awkward. Try to compose yourself or crop afterwards to give yourself the image so they have got somewhere to move into, just a little bit of space. It creates more movement, it makes it look more natural, and it will improve your sports photography. And the last point, but certainly not least, is make sure you get your camera into the continuous focus mode. If you're using Canon, it's called AI servo mode, but all camera modes have it. Make sure your camera is switched in the continuous focus mode. That way, when you're trying to follow your kids or whatever the sport might be around a field, around a pitch, the focus will keep up with them. If you don't and you have it in single focus, you're going to have to keep on trying to focus and then they move and you focus again and then they move and you focus again. If you've got it set up in continuous focus mode, it will track them as they move and it is going to make your photos much easier to get, much cleaner, and it will improve your sports photography. So there you go, that's it. You hopefully have now improved your sports photography in less than 3 minutes. Take those skills away, practice them. There's a hell of a lot more time involved in the practice, of course, but I guarantee you, if you follow those tips I've just given you, your sports photography will improve. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe for loads of other future tips coming on my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video.